Alright. Good morning and welcome to me running more bets. Woo! Big surprise! Alright, just pop off my announcements. And go. Let's go this one. Copy that, paste that. Do that, send now. There, I've announced to everybody that I'm going live. My super old picture on Twitch apparently. I think I still have that shirt though. And let's go here, undock. I'm already the undock part. Oh, I definitely did not do that though. I have not shrunk this guy so I can see my chat. Which I need to do. Shrink chat. Almost. Bernard, Remy, Ermin. How's it going? Oh, you did not repair. That's not much damage. I don't actually care. Actually, I think that's the, I was showing how overheating works. Amount of damage. Alright. How much S do you have? Let's send over bill to you. 400 million is just not enough for my wallet. Alright, yeah, we should be able to do that. Consume on all of these guys, and then of course the big thing is, now, I'm aware of the fact that I do this wrong, but that's okay. You guys should be pre-rolling your boosters. This guy's fine though. This guy has shield capacity issues, but I'm okay with that. I don't love it though. Because that 15% can make all the difference. So this guy has cap issues. Which for the alt isn't so bad, but you just have to be aware of what they are if you have them, but you honestly should not be running with them at all. I probably shouldn't be running with them at all, but I still do. Filthy casual. Hope you guys are all having a wonderful day so far. I mean, I mostly went to sleep and then woke up and then started this again, so where are these guys? Okay, so the nice thing about the medium is it gives us a lot of area. Let's go that way. These are Emberlance, so I'm not super worried. If they were Blast Lance, I'd be a little worried. Actually, there's also no webs, so we're fine. This can be a dangerous room if everything's going the wrong way. It's not the case at all. This is not too bad. If there were like 6 webs and they were 30 kilometers away, I might be concerned. Because these support things there, the plate forgers and the spotlighters, sometimes those are webs instead. All of them. All of them are goddamn webs. And that's when you need to be scared. And then all of these guys are Blast Lance, and that's when you need to be scared. But Emberlance and no webs, yeah, we're not concerned. Hey Draxdo, how's it going? Oh, I think I need a fan down here. That's probably a thing. What are you guys up to today? Probably some of that silly work stuff that you have to do to, you know, survive to the next week. 111 million-esque. Still on vacation for a little bit longer. Till Tuesday. I'm off till Tuesday. Activate gate, activate gate, activate gate. Woo! Room 2! Not dead yet. I mean, I'm just happy that made like 10 mil profit with one loss. One ship loss, not even a full set. And it was terrible because it was a T5 that I had actually lost my hawk into. Let's grab that null charge down there. One of my goals today is to make my guys regroup. Is to try to find my LED lights. I think I will see if I can dig up a... I don't think I have an extra fan. Probably have to clean up the fan I do have. And that's going to be a cleaning day and organizing stuff day. Short range... Oh, there is a short range deviate here. I have to stay away from that. But this way is away from that, so we should be okay. Am I concerned yet? Scylla, target these guys, turn those things on, turn that one thing on anyway. So here's the thing, you don't always have to pop cap boosters the second you run out of cap. You're not dead when the second you run out of cap. These guys aren't reliant on cap to keep their DPS up. So if you don't have cap, it's kind of okay a little bit. It will come back. So that may be this guy's. His might not come back. 2 dissipators. Okay, I'm going to pop cap booster on him. There are a few webs here, so they can hit me, but, yeah. You make ISK from building shuttles? That's the thing? I mean, I suppose the hubs pay a fair bit for them, but some other places do too. Oh, dailies. Ugh. All that stuff's going fine. What was I going to do? All right. Pilot, fleet, watch list. Pilot, fleet, watch list. There we go. You guys didn't get to see this guy go down to half shields. Not that he was in any danger. He was not. I was just putting off hitting his cap booster. Yeah, I've been definitely working a little bit on the streams lately, that is for sure. I also just have the time for it right now is the thing, so. Which will not always be the case, because my family and whatnot does come first. 205, though. That's definitely reasonable. So I bring a fairly excessive amount of ammunition to run these. I probably only need like 2,000 missiles. I bring 4. I never want to run out of missiles while I'm in here. That seems like a really bad idea. And it should be done this in just a moment, and I still have 13 minutes left. And it's one of the harder things to do, and that's for showing people this too. For the Angel Room, people are like, "Oh, I'm out of cap. I should hit my cap booster." It's like, fuck no, no. You should be hitting that cap booster like the second it's up. Until you're not concerned for your cap anymore, like especially for the tank when you first go in. You want your cap up all of the time. you don't want to be dealing with no cap at all. So hit that cap booster. These are Vilas. We're going to focus down these guys. I'm going to orbit this at 10. Make sure everyone's shooting number 1 there. But they're like, yeah, I hit my cap booster when I run out of cap, and I don't know what I'm doing wrong. And it's like, you're trying to absolutely not run out of cap at any point in time. Like, they newt, but if you're quick enough on the cap, they don't newt you fast enough to keep you out. Unless there's a crap ton of them, and then you're just screwed. That's why these died angels still. But if you're only hitting it when you run out, and then you run out again, well, your shield hardener's gone, and your repper's not going, and you're dead. So you definitely want to be proactive with this thing, as opposed to reactive with it. It's kind of like going into a PvP fight sometimes. You want to have your stuff overheated and already like cycling beforehand, for if you possibly can. So for example, going into a faction warfare complex, the person on the inside is at an advantage because they can hit their weapon and warp scram and approach before the other guy is able to target because they're still coming out of warp. And then when they can get the target going, because that's all the inside player has to do is control click, control click, control click. Oh, I got target, I'm already shooting. The player on the outside is still trying to get all of the things going. So the one on the inside is like 6 clicks ahead. And not to mention, they also have a better option of picking the range they're going to be at, too. So if they're kitey, they can already be kiting around. If they're brawly, they can be waiting right on the entrance for them. Now, just having that advantage does not mean you're going to win, but it definitely doesn't hurt. This is a nice run. They still exist. 1, 3, 4, 5, 511 million. All right. Yeah, not a problem. Keep in mind, I give people fits for tier 5. And the reason being, one, if you really want my tier 6 ones, just go look at the kill boards, they're going to be there. 2, if you think you're going to be invincible in tier 6 Abyss, go look at my kill boards, my deaths are going to be there. Let me make sure that's... I'm pretty sure that still worked. I think I looked at that the other day. Yes, perfect. So that's my super cheap Series Alpha fit that I made to run tier 5s. It is not 100% tier 5s, but it is like high 90%. Angel Room is going to be the biggest issue for it. You disappeared too quick. 12 minutes and 20... What? That's fast. Again, I don't do... I don't show fits for tier 6s because there's lots of ways you can figure those out. And you should be a master of tier 5 well before you're even considering tier 6 anyway. And I've seen people go in and they're like, I'm going to run this, and I'm going to have crystals, and Loki makes it look so easy, and it's not going to be a problem. You know what? When those angels newt you out, it doesn't matter how many goddamn crystals you have, you're going to die. So, have fun with that. There's a strong reason why I use cat boosters. Alright. Yep, we should be good. Approach, turn stuff on. Mark 1, 2, 3, 4. Shoot this guy, shoot that guy, shoot this guy, shoot that guy, and then we'll get sorted out. Deepwatchers don't really hit you even with blue clouds, so you're not super concerned about that. They're going to take a minute to target me anyway. If I die to Deepwatchers, I'll be very, very sad. Uh, 123. Just don't stop, and you're okay. Okay, everything's targeted, and now we have a boring room. Woo! Boring room! Oops. 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 Caribbean Islands Cup. Because I went there. Well, I went to Bermuda. All right. See if my Secret Labs Titan Evo chair comes in today or not. It's supposed to be in yesterday. Secret Labs, I can't stream my chair if you don't goddamn send it to me fast enough. It's not even their fault, it's FedEx's fault, and I know it. Goddamn FedEx. It's their fault for using FedEx, but, you know. Halls. I forgot to buy more halls. Alright. Slow boring room. Nothing can be done about it. I just have to sit back and enjoy the free S it's largely giving me, the time that it's taking, and reflect on magic cards. Painting minis? I'll reflect on something, I guess. Terminus Zombie Survivors. I started up a new Terminus Zombie Survivors game. I haven't beaten it with Firefighter yet, so I need to do that. I know a thing that I'm now avoiding in the game that I did not, that I was like, oh, I can do this, I'm gonna rock it. Shit, that sucked. Alright, my bad. Needless to say, maybe not break down all of the metal pipes for scraps, but it's beside the point. Okay. Yeah, no, sorry, I can't make it super entertaining that these guys are dying. You'll just have to be entertained by my precious good looks here. 3 is almost dead. We are well ahead of time. We're 4 minutes in, and we've got 1 left to kill. This room, I usually gain a few seconds on, not a ton. And it's one that usually concerns people for time, but I'm just not one of those people that it concerns. Oh my god, look! I made 6.3 billion profit. Sorry, sidetrack. I can totally go and buy a bunch of 5% missile implants if I want to. Because these two, if I buy the 905 and 1005 rapid launch and light missiles, gain an extra couple percent DPS, and every DPS makes a difference. But it's one of the cheaper ways to do it, because you gain 2%, I guess, because I currently have 3s in already, so 5s would put it up another 2%. And it lasts longer than Pyro, because it lasts until I die. Just don't die and you'll be fine. I could give them to my tank as well, but my tank is 224 DPS, where these guys are like 277. Yeah. Alright. This guy should be dead in 30 seconds, so we should be up about 40 seconds for the site. Good approach transfer conduit. There we go. Yeah, up 40 seconds. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, what do we have? Oh, not son of a bitch. Medium, no medium deviant. All right, we're gonna do this the hard way then. Starving. But Loki, there's Tangling. Don't you want to kill Tangling? Not yet. Okay. Pop this a little early. Damn it, dog. Go in. Get. Trying to not die here. Alright. Pretty sure my daughter just turned up the alarm on the Echo. And probably muted it. Okay, where is this? Okay. There we go. DPS is dead. We're going to kill the strikes and sparks and do crazy stuff. These guys are going to approach the nub. And we're going to go with the edge. This must be a 50%, yeah. Alright, what are we going to kill next? Ghosting. 1, 2, whatever it is, doesn't really matter. Burn the land, boil the sea. You can't take the sky from me. Take me out to the light. Tell 'em I ain't coming back. Burn the land, boil the sea. You can't take the sky from me. So, let's overheat these a little bit. We want to stay a little further out so that they do things like that. That tangling is not being shot yet. and is into armor. Air goal, not a great time, guy. Okay, stopping overheat on all my guys, but I'm going to have to move back in closer in a second here. Probably once we get to about 30 or so percent shield. No, I think I got bumped back a little bit, actually. This is a reasonable spot for me to be. I did not mean to stop shooting on you. Okay, time to start going to the transfer conduit. Regroup. AB's on, we're good. That tangling needs to die. However, I did not burn through an entire set of missiles, and I am still up on time. So we're doing alright. Okay, you reload, you're reloading, you're going to take out that biocache. Approach gate, approach gate, approach biocache, double click, because I'm definitely shooting it now. And heal, reload, and we'll be good. Okay, so we are at 8 minutes. 6 minutes and 40 is time. So we gained 40 on the last one, and we gained about a minute. I'd say probably, no, about a minute on this one. No, maybe 40 seconds. 104, but a minute and a half is enough in tier 6, I promise you. Alright, activate gate. These guys can activate gate and go in a second early. Not that we're short on time, but we're shorter than I'd like. Actually, we're still only up about 50 seconds right now. So we did not gain much time on that. Lucids and Scyllas, we're fine. We already in range? Yes-ish. Good, take out the newts first. And then we'll just number these so that we have that and we don't shoot the same one, or we can shoot the same one, either works. Alright. So many clouds. Cloudy with a chance of murdering Triglavians. So you go 1, 2. God damn it, Air, stop doing that. 3, 4, 5, 6. And while I don't want you guys shooting the same Scyllas, it's fine if you do. You are not. So, I mean, obviously I like finishing with like 8 minutes left, but that's not the norm for this. The norm is usually about 3 to 4 minutes left. And just randomly flying around and not getting too close to your enemies is how you win the Abyss. this guy's taking a little bit of damage, but the last newt is dead, so not really going to have a chance to break his tank at all. And now we're just going to be whittling away at what DPS and this is their last actual Weber. So, yeah, no, we're fine. I'm going to have this guy shoot the biocache for me. 5-minute notice. 153 with the values. That was nice. Alright, it does help if you shoot though. Are you guys interested in seeing other games, or do you obviously mostly want to see this? I've met how Eve streamers work, or Eve streamers and players work. I've seen other people play other games, and I mean, I'm aware that I'm one of the ones that could get a few people following me, but that most people who switch, and if they switch for any actual length of time, that's not what I'm talking about. It's still mostly going to be Eve. Drop to like this many viewers, and they don't stay around as long. Or, you know, like if somebody takes like a 6-month break or something, trying to figure out what they want to do, then sometimes there's a few less people on stream for a little bit, but yeah, this is how it goes. Hey, Karybdis Room, how's it going? Weird. I don't usually see people come in and be like, !Jax. That's not usually how that works. I'm impressed. I like it. I mean, I'm also stuck with a bunch of bots who are like, viewers! It's like, god damn it, guys. Everybody knows your scams. What are you doing? Shoot. 17? No, 1645. Not bad. In 16 minutes, 45 seconds. Third. Oh, that's true. Yeah, but at the same time, I still like to input on what you guys might like to see, although I also know that most of you have similar interests to me anyway, so. 381. Uh, 400s. I am still surprised that nobody has, like, come along and been like, this void, it needs to be filled, and is doing Abyss. Like, why is no one doing Abyss? It's clearly still massive buckets of ISK. Oh, Jackdaws are really good for Abyss, too. They're a little more learning, and you have to be a bit more careful because they have a higher signature radius. But they can do really, really well. Like, 500 million worth of Jackdaw can run, well, maybe it's 700 now, but it can run tier 6s. Good old worm. I mean, I've considered, like, baiting people in low sec as well, but, not sure on that. I mean, I'd catch a few and whatnot, but eventually somebody would either catch me or whichever. That's generally how Eve works. And I could cheese PvP, but everybody cheeses PvP. Alright, you shoot that. You guys shoot this thing. Short range deviant? Super far away. Alright, I like to see that. I think we're going up this way. I usually prefer going down, but there's just too many blue clouds on the way down, so let's not go that way.
Hello, adventurer, and thank you for following.
Karybdis Room, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it.
Hello, adventurer.
Can we turn that down a little? Yeah, whatever. I don't care. I mean, that's the reason most people should not ever stream Eve. Yeah, so I absolutely love Viva Dirt League as well. And when they were doing their getting new space kind of thing, I went and had them do up a little short for me. I still need to stop slacking off and do some things, but they're saying my name in it as opposed to just being like one that I made up. Like I now have to go into whatchamacallit and do that. What's that called? Stream elements. Should not be doing this while I'm in a tier 6 Abyssal with Karybdis. Not that that stops me from... I say that a lot anyway, so don't feel like it's anything new. I do stupid shit in here all the time. I'd say that was getting shot, so let's go for that one. Log in, Twitch. Yep, I've done all this before. Yep. Remind me later. No, it's the other one. Damn it. I'll worry about it after.
The Chaos Bunny is off to cause shenanigans and mischief.
Sounds about right. Good old Chaos Bunnies.
She tried to shove her cereal bowl underneath the couch.
She really did not want that cereal this morning.
But it's hard not to take that personal. When she's shoving fruit under the couch, only to be found later when there's a smell.
Yep. So I went and kickstarted them for a whole bunch of cash, and I got a little message from them, and all three of them did something. So I've done Greg the Onion Farmer so far, but I still have to do the other two. The guy that does Rowan for the manager and Wizardy guy, I still have to get theirs done. Baradoon. This guy did not have any of his shields or anything on. Or Afterburner. That was kind of concerning. I'm going to shoot a missile at that. But I really like them, and it was worth it to me to get that personalized message from them. I mean, retributions are an excellent way to go. It's what I'm going to play with a bit more. Once I get some base funds built up and get my tunes resubbed the way I want to. I'll definitely see about doing that. This hero guy is the only guy that's actually like in danger of running out. Well, because I only subbed him for 14 days this time. But obviously after this yesterday, it's not going to be any huge issue. I find T6 Darks the easiest, personally. But it's whatever works for you, too. The nice thing about Firestorms, obviously, is that you're paying less for just going in. And I am going to be taking more requests on what you want to see in the Abyss once I have some funds built up. I don't know, how much is enough? Like 3 trillion? Maybe 3 trillion. Open that for an exact 100 million ISK. Yeah, it is nice not having an entry fee for retributions. It's like, here's your entry fee, Loki. It's going to cost you 90 million to go into this T6 Dark. And you're like, here's your entry fee, Remy. It's going to cost you a million to go into this tier 4 fire. Okay, this one we're going to move right away because we want these snarecasters to come after me. Where is that deviant at? Let's go this way. More down this way then. And we're just going to start numbering these guys, and as we kill some, everyone's going to make sure we have targets. I'm already going fast enough that it's probably not a concern for those guys catching up to me properly. They're not actually even catching up to me, so I have to fly closer to them to start shooting them. Alright, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now the worst part about this is I just killed 6 frigates before I started shooting these guys. I never see more than 8 of these guys in a room anyway, so those 6 frigates are just extra DPS that I have to burn through because of RNG. You can absolutely get this room and not have them and immediately just start shooting the battlecruisers. And it's like, god damn it. This could have been a better room. I'm turning his shield booster off. I had better remember to turn it on later. But he is negative cap, and oh, I can turn it back on. And we were in a red cloud, so he was actually running out of cap. Did not mean to shoot 2 on 2 guys, but apparently I am. I'm not going to bother switching it because I used to do that literally all the time. But I have been trying to focus them down a little bit more lately. So for example, I'll kill 1, and then 2, and then 3, where before I used to shoot 1, 2, and 3 on separate guys. They would be alive a little bit longer. Not that it really matters either way with these, but if they do happen to catch up with you, it's better that 2 of them are dead than 3 still alive but mostly dead. Mostly dead does not stop their DPS, as we are well aware in this game. Okay, shoot that guy. Strike grip 2, strike grip 2. That. 99 million there with Ephialtes. 99 million-esque. Three and 3 and 3. Let's go this way. You're not shooting. You should be. So you're at 18 missiles, you're at 17, and you're at 20. So actually, how are you further behind on missiles? Anyway, I blame the snare cat, whatever the snare guys are. Blame the snares. Look, guys, I apologize. I've only had first coffee so far this morning. Oh, the other thing is, when there's only one guy left and I'm cutting them around like this, I don't mind going to the gate because it's unlikely that that one guy's going to do anything, especially in a minus 70. But if there were 3, then I'd have to scrap them out first. Okay, so another little bit longer of one, although 9 minutes is not bad. But it's going to be closer to 8.5, 8:20 by the time we get to the next room. Okay, so aiming for the bottom left of that gate. He's over there. He's not going to catch up in any meaningful way. He's shooting that guy. You know what? I'm gonna have to keep moving because my guys are reloading. And that'll be enough moving. There we go. I'm just gonna reload this guy. Activate gate. 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 Ooh, 740. I didn't think it'd be that bad. Still up a minute though. Oh, we're fine. Yep. I had to look at it for another second, but yes. Let's go. Where am I going to go? Let's go this way. Thought about doing something like short turret, but no, I'm winning. Let's just properly clear this thing out. Kill the DPS, call it a day. All right. Shoot that. Shoot that. $60 million. So this is definitely a little lower on the scale of making ISK. 60 mil equals. Do it by that anyway. Oh no, I only made 150 million in the last hour. 259 mil in however long it is. But for the most part, it evens out in the long run. Usually works out to like 350 million per hour. Or per hour. That's like per 15 minutes, dude. And I make way too much ISK. Speed cloud, we don't want to be sitting that. Didn't realize it's that close to the gate. Like, it doesn't really look like it's right beside the gate, but it's just barely covering it. That's why you have to be careful with clouds. Sometimes they're obvious, sometimes they're not. Okay, reload. We went from one that was getting close to taking a bit too much time, like not too much time, but more time than I'd like, to being fine. 16 minutes. Fleet hangar, stack that. 3, 4, 5. 259 million, stack that. Cat boosters. Did I just say cat boosters? I don't want cat boosters. Cat is bad. There we go. Cat is, no wait. Try to do it again. Son of a bitch. See, this is why I definitely need more coffee. Alright. Cat of Darks. I don't think I checked that after my dog invaded. Yeah, that's fine. Alrighty. You know what? I also forgot that I can actually have my green screen on because it's daytime and I have a window there that that light does help. Leshaks. I love Leshaks. Alright. Starving, renewing, and then we'll work it out from there. Medium range multi-body tracking, don't care. Orbit at 10. Get ready to get nuded out and take a little bit of... Actually, yeah, let's orbit at 30 instead. And then we'll bring it into 10. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Nuded out. Oh, blinding. Nobody loves you. 2, and 2, and 2, and nope. Three and 3 and 3. That should be the last newt that I get. We're going to go for the blinding next because I hate them. They interfere with you killing things, and I don't like it. Like that. He's going to start shooting the renewing then. Do not like splitting up on these guys, but let's do that. Actually, you know what? I think we're fine. Let's keep that orbit at 15. Oh. Okay, it died. We're fine. Really want that blinding dead. And oddly enough, that means that the renewing are going to be last. It's not usually how that works. So if you've seen the tier 5 staging room, or yeah, the tier 5 staging room that has like a stupid number of Leshaks in it, I've cleared that room multiple times. And I've almost cleared it just for the sake of shooting things as I'm grabbing the cash. Because Hawks and Jackdaws can do that fairly easily. But yeah, like it's a room that almost nobody clears. I cleared it earlier on so that we could get a look at what they were doing in the room, uninterrupted for like 10 minutes. 137. But I mean, my favorite part is that CCP made it to be a not clear room. Like, you're not supposed to clear that thing out. But I can do it anyway. And tier 6 is almost as fearsome as it anyway. So anytime my ships survive for X amount of time, I'm swimming in buckets of ISK. So I have lost one ship in... This is my 4th stream. So I lost one ship in 9 hours, almost 10 hours now. And needless to say, with mostly running tier 6s, the first hour was tier 5, so that's where I lost a ship. That's buckets for me, so... Karybdis with Scyllas, lots of Scyllas. We're going to go this way. Short range deviant is over there, so we're going to be flying away from it, which is perfect. Kill not the null warps. And then we'll kill Karybdis after that. And if we drag Karybdis, so again, this is the nice thing about flying darks. Karybdis has to chase you in darks. So if I go look at Karybdis, very carefully of course, Karybdis is flying somewhat towards me. Most of the time, when you come into here, Karybdis has a bigger range than you do, and Karybdis is flying away from you. Well, obviously the benefit of me not having to chase Karybdis is that I can control where Karybdis goes instead of Karybdis controlling where I go. And that's a huge benefit. Okay, I think you're killing the Entangler. Not that Ephialtes, but that Karybdis. Shoot, shoot, and shoot. Just the splash that was on my ship a second ago from probably a missile or something scared the crap out of me. I thought I died. Thought I was dead. Thought I was dead. Hint, I was not dead. There's that. Man, if I could fly one of those, I'd fly one of those all day, every day. It's like level 4 Karybdis Tyrannos. Okay, I probably wouldn't, but still. I just think I would because it's powerful in this. Karybdis is very much shield tanked, so once Karybdis runs out of shield, then goes down fast. Alright. Karybdis is dead. It is cleaning up everything else. Get one person on that Lancer that you don't have targeted. You know what? Let's mark these just so I know which one you're shooting at. You were shooting at A. Okay, we have 2 minutes left on our boosters. That might be enough time. 73. I mean, I'm insane anyway. So I should have about a minute and a half left. Oh, maybe not. You guys are running out of missiles. This could be another 10 seconds. Okay, we're going to have that up anyway. So I'm going to bring up my screens in case I need to pop more boosters for my very last room. And we're going to go in. I generally would normally recommend waiting that last minute so that, because there's lots of time left here. So that if you have something like an angel room, which we do not have, that you could pop your boosters and not have to be too concerned. This is Strike Lance. This is not a problem in any kind of way. We are going to fly away. Do not fly towards these. No, not. There we go. Let's get you out of here. So I like to hit F1 and target things up, and then it starts shooting for me as soon as it has it targeted. Well, didn't I go and click a goddamn spotlighter? So Strike Lance are not one of the more imposing ones that you have to worry about. They're like second weakest on the list. Blast Lance and Spark Lance being the ones that you do have to be afraid of. It's not based on resistances, it's based on their application. Wow, those guys are still pretty far away. Weird. Don't really care. Enough of them are dead, I can go grab loot and pop out. 3 of those guys left alive. 2 of those guys left alive. And now we're into cleanup phase. Got like 3 people DPSing their last DPS. Alright. Shoot that guy. $105 million, not bad. Okay, so this is a little bit under average, but it's still a respectable amount for sure. I don't like getting around 250, but I'm okay with like 300 million. 315 million in however long that's going to be. Shoot. Target some more dudes. This is going to be a quick one too, so that'll be nice. That guy and this guy. And that's the last 3 there. So we are looking at 14 minutes. Reload, 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 through the gate, through the gate, through the gate. In 14 minutes. First hour. Approach there. Nope, you can dock. Dock. Approach. Dock. Dock. Move that over there. Stack that. 1466. I'd say about 5 minutes. Boosters wore off in like no, definitely less than that. I'd say 3 minutes. Because the boosters wore off after a minute, and it's like a 3-4 minute run most. Going into the 5th Abyssal. This only supports up to 3,900 characters, and an hour takes up about close to that 371, so I can only fit like 10 hours in here, so I definitely can't fit everything from the last 3 days in here if I wanted to. Let's get repair quote. Yes, everybody needs it this time because I overheated when I went out of the Abyss. On purpose. Let me pop over to Moobot here, and let's go. Giveaways, create, hashtag, hourly, create, and announce that that's open and put a 5-minute timer on it. Might be a little more than 5 minutes because it does not auto-close, and that's fine. Let's go here. Hashtag hourly, get in on the draw for 50 million ISK, sent directly to your ISK box. Let me throw these here, these here, these here, and what I do now is I go to Fleet. I throw this in earlier on, and I just go fit, DPS, fit, DPS, fit, and I'm ready for the next run. Oh wait, no, I lied. This guy needs some Candidarks. 3 Candidarks, and we are fit up again for another run. Stack that, stack that, stack that. I will be back in a minute. I'm going to go refill my water. Possibly see if my wife will refill my coffee. And I shall be back in a moment. So I will see you then. Actually, this water's fine. We're going to leave that there. hurting. I needed coffee. Second coffee's the thing, guys. Alright. Welcome in, anyone who has come in. Okay, I still got my hat, we're good. Eve Conan, Dragon Speed, etc. Alright, so we're good there. Let's go. Close that, announce is closed, draw the winner, announce the winner, Remy Main, you, Rigger McRiggerson. Let's go down here, archive that. Over here. IGS, where they're short little draws, and just because I always did it anyway, I will send. I'll look up your name and send it to you. I'm just glad you were here and entered. I know other streamers have their preference on how they do things, and I have my preference on how I do things. That's kind of how life works. So let's give you that. Get your name back out of there, and we can start undocking. Dock. And it can make Morris. Morris. Why do I have two of these open? Not how. I know how I have two of them open. It's why do I have two of them open? We're going to warp fleet over to here. These things on. I'm pretty sure I grabbed that and that I have enough of those yet. You can stop. Dock. Did not drop shit off. Orbit. Okay, fleet hangar, keep that, and drop this stuff off. That fleet hangar is growing real quick, like. It's estimated about 12 billion in there now from the last 2 days. 3 days? 3 days. Alright, let's try this again. On, and warp to there, over to this guy, approach you, pop boosters, and even though I fly in, I need to know what negatives I may have. I can't pop this first, that's fine. You are good. You are good. And you are also good. Perfect rolls. Woo! So realistically what you should do is you should roll the blue first. And if it's a good roll, then you roll the other two. Then you can always have perfect rolls. So there's low cost of just re-rolling that stupid blue if it fails for you. Field Weaver, and then let's mark up the blast scripts. Apparently I'm shooting blast grip 2 first. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them. That's largely why I do this. 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2. Still targeting them goddamn wrong. And if there's anything you'd like to see, do I want to start doing? No, we'll hold off on that one a little bit yet. But once I build up some game time on my accounts, plus some ISK reserves, we'll see about running some other stuff. I think I'll run through some basic ones that I already have. Nurgles, Jackdaws, might skip Drogs. Drogs are a bit more of a target than I like them to be. And they were really good though when I ran them. Oh, it's so tempting. They could just wreck T5s. Because the problems that the Nurgles had in T5s, well, you know what, Drogs have range, so those aren't problems for them. No, drop I think is that one. Tracking. No, drops tracking speed, right. Exile is that. Crash is that. Explosion radius bonus. Frantics. Optimal range. See, all the other ones are like 25%, and you go to Frantics, and it's like 15, and you're like... And Strong Frantics is 18 a pop. And gives you 20%. But that's like an extra 5 kilometers on Nurgle turrets. But is it worth the 60 million an hour to do that? No, probably not. Well, maybe for tier 6s. That's where event boosters really come in handy. Sometimes they do stuff like that. Although, actually, event boosters are another reason I need to do the retributions up. Because for some goddamn reason, lasers seem to get the most love out of the weapon systems for event boosters. And I don't know why. Like, it seems every time it rolls around, like it's turrets or specifically lasers. But not like usually like hybrid or projectile or missile. It's like, no, it's turrets or missiles. Well, actually turrets or missiles. 108. Or specifically lasers. Lasers. Pew 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 pew. Okay, good time on the first room. Wasn't really expecting anything different. Vilas, so nobody really cares as long as we don't have like speed clouds and shit over here. Orbit this at 10. 1, 2, and 3. You can kill tangling and striking and go this way. 2, 3 unmarked apparently. Tangling. There we go. So you have to watch your shield in this, but generally it's not an issue. I just know that sometimes with a bad combination like a tracking tower -50 and tracking tower -50 and a blue cloud, you can take some damage, but otherwise you're fine. Regroup please, because stopping moving is also one of those things. And once the Vilas are dead, you're really not worried about it, because they're the ones that do some actual damage, but after that, you're just not concerned. Let's target one more of these guys and the biocache, and we'll be laughing all the way to the bank. Okay, that was terrible. Alright. Vila, 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 I made it out of clay. Vila, Vila, Vila. I'm more than XJX. How you doing today? Anchoring for you. This way for you. Last Harrowing is being shot. Again, the Vilas, I don't care. There's still 160 in the Abyssal Lurkers channel. Oh, also, it's seen how many people are online? Maybe I'm just making shit up. Where do you say that these days? 22? 22 seems a fairly normal amount. Okay, anchoring. All those guys are dead now. Can approach this. So these guys are mostly being shot at by these two, and I'm focusing on these two shining first. And grabbing loot, of course. I mean, there's nothing terrible sounding about that. No, why did I stop shooting you guys? Okay, we're good. Okay, let's grab you for 137 million. Blinding, ghosting, striking, anchoring. I don't think anyone's shooting this anchoring. No. Blinding. Oh, it's the ghosting. There we go. So apparently I'm going to have to figure out how to fly all of the Abyss because nobody's running the Abyss anymore, so I don't know if I'll be able to buy filaments off of nobody. So, fits for everything! On that note, I should have a nice monopoly on materials if that's the case. No, I'm sure there's still people running the Abyss, but it does seem to have... I don't know if it seems quieter or if people just aren't advertising as much, which isn't bad for them. I mean, that's how you get ganked, too. It's like, look at my 10 billion as Gila. It's like, oh, what system are you in? 10 minutes left. Yeah, this is... Nope, bad. Oh, it's Emberlance, though. And there are no webs, so we should be okay. Uh-oh, might not be okay. That guy's going to overheat a bit. This isn't the guy who's being targeted. If there was a web, I would definitely try to kill it right now, but there is not, so we should be okay. Shoot, how far away are you? You're okay. Probably don't need those. We'll just keep an eye out. Keep shooting. That speed cloud kind of messed me up at the start. Okay, grab those. Watch that edge. Everything looks fine. So if you don't fear these rooms that have the frigates, you're a little wrong. Like, you have to show these ones the proper amount of respect, because these are the ones that you're not going to expect it. But it's going to fly, it's going to bite you in the ass when you don't. We're fine now, we're down to 5 Emberlance, but this is easily the sleeper room that will kill you when you least expect it. You're going to be like, oh, this is fine and easy and not a problem, and then you're in a tracking tower with a bunch of things webbing you, and a blue cloud, and you're like, well, that was nice, I guess I'm dead. This is probably minus 70, isn't it? Yeah. He would have taken more damage if it was not a minus 70. 116. Bless you! And let's go over here and stack this, and shoot that, and you're shooting that. Good job, you. 362 million. So what's the current meta that people are doing now? Like, what's the big thing that everyone's doing in EVE to farm their risk right now? Because I can't see it being spinning sites in null, but yeah, I mean, you never know. Although I thought they were getting away from that a bit. Oh, really? Home fronts have become impossible? I didn't expect that. Can't you shoot things that come in on the home fronts, though? Off what? What event? Okay, now. Uh, 13.5 minutes. Hey, Macadista, how's it going, buddy? It's a strange time because I'm on vacation. I'm also doing evenings where I can. We'd be aiming for Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. Possibly Sunday. I'm not sure on that yet. I have to see how things work out. And so I'm aiming for 3-4 days a week, which is up from the 2 that I had in the last place I was in. But right now I'm on vacation, so I just want to get some extra work in, and also because this guy's Omega lapsed, so I want to do that. So I farmed like 12 billion in the last 3 days already, counting today. Oh, I did not put that about. No, wait, yes I did. Oh, being silly. Alright, we have Karybdis over here. Medium Deviance, nobody cares. What's this thing? Medium Deviant, nobody cares. Null charges and entanglers. There we go. You know what? Everyone can target all 6 of those. And we'll get Karybdis after that. Alright, everyone has everything turned on. Sometimes it's important to check that. I'm just saying. I've definitely gone and started a room and been like, why did he die? And it's like, oh, I didn't have shit turned on. I mean, I see they're up like 10%. I'm not overly concerned about 10%. I mean, Plex is, to me, gas is the same as Plex to me. Like, it's going to go up, it's going to go down. I can't predict what it's at. Just buy it at the buy prices and it should be fine. It's like filling up my car. I am not going to wait or drive 30 jumps down the road to, you know, get 100,000 cheaper off Plex. It's not going to happen. I'll just buy it when I need it, call it a day. Eve is dying. Still. It's only been 17 years. I mean, I just have such a stupid amount of ISK that I make that there's no need for me to pay with real money. I haven't put, like, I put real money in this game around, I think it was year 9 when I was streaming, or like year 9 of playing. So it was the second time I put ISK into, or money into it. And I bought the 50% MCT Omega that they currently have in the store, or they did anyway, because it was a good price. And but other than that, I can make enough by far that it's more than worth it for me to just plex my accounts. And I get it, like, the easiest way is to, like, actually get it, like, a second job and just give CCP your money for that ISK and plex, but I enjoy this where I would not enjoy the second job necessarily. So this is still worth it to me. Doing what you enjoy doing is a thing. Which is why I stopped PI. Sucker. I'm like, PI is great ISK, but it's boring as shit. Which is kind of sad. I'm pretty sure I have some accounts that are plexed for a year, but they'll just be SP farms instead. Which I might need to log in and make sure they're farming SP. But I'm pretty sure I did like a year's worth on them 6 months ago when I pulled a bunch of skills, so they should be okay, but I will double check them soon. Let's approach here. Those guys will follow me, and we want to blow up that cache. For the cache. I'll buy the, like, I'm fine with buying the 6 months for 2,100. My favorite is everyone being like, but it costs 500 plex for Omega. It's like, it had goddamn better not cost 500 plex for Omega, unless you're desperate and you're only doing it once. Like, for example, when I logged in the other day, I'm like, okay, what are my options? What can I do to get a little bit of game time so I can farm a little bit of ISK? And it's like, because this guy was out, 171. And it's like, okay, oh look, there's a 14-day pack for 250 million ISK. So, works out to the same, I get a little bit of extra SP and whatnot, but I lose like 2 days of game time doing it that way instead. But overall, not bad. Or I could get like the 500 plex one, but I do plan on getting it for 350 a month instead. So it was worth it to me to get the one that I got. You shoot that, and you shoot that guy. Why am I not shooting that guy? There we go. And I mean, I've already made enough to pretty well plex for 6 months now. In 3 days. I don't care about that one. I care about the time. I am ahead of time, but not by much at all. That Scylla room took a bit. But also, now that I'm going to be going down to 4 accounts, I can start plexing them for longer. I also may have bought an AT ship. Tangling dies first. Don't care. Actually, you know what? This is just a good anchor point, though. So, whether I shoot Tangling or Starving kind of depends on the quantity of either of them. If I've got like 6 Tangling and 2 Starvings, I'll kill the Starving first because then I have cap the rest of the time. If I've got 4 Starving and 1 Tangling, well, I'll kill the Tangling first so that I can keep movement and not take much damage. This is also a minus 70. They're not going to hit me that much, especially if I do that. No, I have 3 monitors. 40-inch MSI, 40-inch MSI, 30-inch MSI. Yes, it's overkill. No, I don't care. AB's on. The reason I kill the Starving Damaviks first is they newt more often. So while I get newted by the Vedmaks, I have time in between, so they just neuted me. AB's back on. I can hit my shield booster, but I'm full shield, so I don't need to. It works out really well that way. Where if you kill the Vedmaks first, if you're being neuted like this, you're not going to get that cap back in between. They cycle much faster. And you should know that once your cap gets to like that 20%, 30%, that's where it's recharging most. So you want to be able to let it build up that. But if you're getting neuted more often, it will never build up to that. Okay, you guys are fine. This guy's being neuted again now. That's almost not a thing. Because the starving's almost dead. There he goes. Okay, harrowing 1, harrowing 1, harrowing 1. Nice. I can fit 4 accounts on my 2 MSIs, the 40 inches. Which, when I quad box jackdaws next, I'll probably do with those. Then I'll still have the screen over here for other things. Maybe I'll do it in VR again. Do need to get that set up. I'm not even sure where I'm going to set up. So I was trying to talk my wife into getting another VR, but I can't justify it because I am going to focus on Eve for a bit. You're welcome. But I was thinking about getting I was looking at the MetaQuest 3. It just looks really cool, and I like the fact that I don't have to have those 2 cameras that have to be in sight. Although I can really make it work here, but I do need to clean out a lot more space. I have one of the earlier HTC Vives. It's the one big cord one, not the 3 big cord one. But the cords still get in the way. That's why I kind of wanted the Quest 3. But I can't really justify it. Especially when I'm like, I'm not playing other games because I'm playing Eve. Because don't get me wrong, it's because I want to play Eve, but I want to focus on this for a bit. The problem is I need to make myself some goddamn goals and write them down and remind me what my goals are, as opposed to just playing for the sake of playing. Because just playing for the sake of playing, that will burn out. If I make goals, then I have something else to achieve. 101 with Velis. I don't count the Velis in my loot thing, or any other blueprints, because those are what cover the cost of my boosters. Just unofficially, the blueprints pay for boosters, and that's that. I just don't track them. Reloading, we still have a fair bit of time, though. 8 minutes and 50 seconds. I'm not going to jinx it, but the timers seem to be working fairly well right now. Because I've had plenty of times in the Abyss where I'll bring in my alts and they do not get timers. They're like 30 seconds remaining. I'm like, you lying son of a bitch. I just came in. And oddly enough, no one has ever died in the Abyss while that happens, so I've never had to put in something for a ticket for that. Alright, 8 minutes and 15 seconds left. Lucids, Scyllas. This way. Let's go the Sentinels first. 2 and 3. Then we won't have any nukes. There's a lot of entangling in this. 50 or 70. Still 70. We're good. I'm going to mark these just so I'm aware which ones are which for later. And they're all after this guy, which I want. Okay, we're going to fly this way, because this is a very cloudy room with a chance of death. So we're going to go over on the side that is not cloudy and not die, hopefully. Scylla, Scylla, Scylla. Scylla, 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 Scylla. Upholder, upholder, upholder. Definitely want to keep that going at the moment. Sentinels are going down real quick. 1 Sentinel left, and he's not on that guy. He's on that guy. which I'm more than happy to pop another cat booster if I need to. So by killing the 3 Scylla Sentinels, that takes out all of the newts and a chunk of the DPS. Can pop a cat booster. Now by working on upholders and the other guys, we should be able to thin out the webs as well. Okay, 2 and a Scylla. And we can approach this now. We have to watch this though. Where's that? It's fairly close. So we'll just have to keep an eye on the short range deviant as we're going for the biocache. If we start getting too close to that 20-kilometer range, we'll be flying out after we grab the cache. Doesn't look like the kind of spot I want to hang around anyway. It looks like there could be clouds around this. Possibly a speed cloud. Okay, that guy's already being shot. That guy's already being shot. Go for that guy. That is a upholder. You're shooting a Scylla, and you're going to go for Watchman afterwards. 15-minute mark. Not a cloud here, and we're over 20 kilometers away, so we might just stay here. 144. No, we're not. We're going to go fly back here. Okay, 3 guys left, 3 guys being shot. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 416 million ISK in however long that took. And let's approach the transfer. Not even sure your missile mattered, but we shot it anyway. Fortunately, we can afford a few extra missiles here. Alright. Activate gate, activate gate, activate gate. Time is 16 minutes and 20 seconds. Going to the 7th today. Approach there, approach there. Open fleet hangar. You've been nice in doing it that way lately. Cat of Dark 3. Stack that, close that, grab that, close that. And going into number 7 for today. Love to say I'm running out of filaments, but I have so many more filaments. I really need to start running T5 Firestorms. Like, just chaining them for weeks. I have so many of those. And then I will buy all of the filaments for myself. Oh shit, I might not sell my filaments. Anyway, that's a different story. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Okay. No, wait. Yes. Right away? Sure. It's a terrible idea, but let's do it. Okay, so we've got 3 starving. They're going to be here first. Let's mark those up and shoot 1 and 2. And then we've got 2 harrowing. We're going to kill harrowings immediately after this 1 starving dude. And we're going to go here, and we're going to go harrowing, harrowing. This might be a really bad idea, actually. We're going to go Abyssal, jettison, yes. Orbit at 15. Let's see what happens here. Pop cat booster. Now the question is do I have to use my ADC or not? It looks like I'm going to kill the harrowing before they have their DPS ramped up, so I'm not really going to have to worry about it. Let's target the other starving and shoot this. Oh, there were 4 starvings. You're out of cap, we're giving you cap back. You're fine. Let's orbit this at 2500. You're being shot at by the harrowing, which is the bigger concern. Overheat your hardener. Target the unmarked starving. Okay, so normally you want to avoid blue clouds because of taking damage from things like Vedmaks in them, where they can hit you better. However, this is a fairly heavy Damavik Room, and Damaviks are harder to apply to. Big guy's dead, we can drop that. Popped a couple more cap boosters, because I want to have cap, and we're going to kill these Damaviks. Now, the nice thing about blue clouds is they make it so Damaviks die much faster. We're going to kill the ghosting next because they bother my application. They will kill the anchoring because there's just one of them. And we don't really care about the tangling because we're not taking any damage at this point. And now all of the starving are dead. So we're not getting neuted either. But when I saw all the ships in this room, I'm like, that can take time. Time's going to be the thing that calls the shots on this one. Which is why I went into the blue cloud. Yes, I had to do a little bit of overheating. No, it's not a lot. No, I haven't done any yet. And whatnot. Application is the worst, right? I'm going to turn off my afterburner and orbit this at 500. Right at the edge of that cloud, too. That's okay. That guy was not shooting. He's only behind a couple missiles, though, so it wasn't that bad. But the Damaviks have a small signature radius, so they don't take as much damage from your missiles. But if they're in a blue cloud, they take all of the damage from your missiles, so you're fine. As long as you're not taking damage, you don't care. And once we're down to the last guy, we're going to start moving off to the biocache, and then we'll just mop up the rest of them. Now, for tier 5s, you don't even care about this. As long as you have the DPS, time should not be an issue anyway. So you don't need to do shit like this. In tier 6, where I need to pull out every goddamn trick I have to largely survive, that's where you need this. $79 million. Okay, I am getting low on some missiles here. Yep, we're going to be reloading. My afterburner is back on. That's an important thing to be aware of. I think I have a new chair.
I got it, Lo.
Thank you. Off we go there. And that's the 6-minute mark there. Oh, God damn it, not another one. Oh, wait.
Hey, Lo.
That doesn't help. Yep.
I'm gonna need help. Sorry, it's a heavy chair.
Yep, give me half a moment.
Oh, no, I called my husband.
1, 2, 3. There is a tangling here that I should have shot first. What distance did I do that at? 75? Let's make that higher. Orbit at 15. Pop that. 2, 2, 2. I did not regroup. So I just popped my cat booster. It is already drained, which is definitely not ideal. There is nothing wrong with killing some, like the Damaviks before the other tangling and then going to the Vedmaks.
Lo,
Yeah,
did you hear me?
I did, but I need probably about 10 minutes.
Oh, okay. Do we have the dolly?
No,
Or is it still at our friends?
still at our friends. Okay, shoot. That actually, you know, it can be less than 10 minutes. I just need to get down to these harrowing, and I should be fine for a couple minutes. Not a great idea. Do not AFK in the middle of Abyss, please. But I am willing to do it for my chair. Ha ha ha. Where is this? Where are those guys? Whatever. I think she's trying to get it in anyway. My wife's a trooper like that. Thank you.
I need no man.
I don't need no man. I'm a strong, independent woman.
I just had to get it up enough to go over the ledge, and then I was able to shove it in the door.
Oh, I figured. All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, harrowing, and we're good there. That is my new chair that you will see tonight. Apparently, I've been spoiling myself. I got a new chair, I got a new webcam.
Hello, adventurer, and thank you for following Loki back.
Barnaware, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. I hope you're having a wonderful day. What are you running in Eve at the moment? Or something else, but probably Eve.
Hello, adventurer, and thank you for following Loki
Korg
back.
Conan, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Also, hope you're having a wonderful day. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. You guys, you right there, you go have yourself a wonderful day. Unless you like being sad, then have a terrible day. Because you're sad, which makes you happy. Which is weird, but there are people who are like that, so, you know. I have one friend that we're reasonably certain that the thing that he likes to do is shit on video games. Because no matter what video game, he loves playing video games, but he shits on every single one of them. It's like, oh my god. Or, as Barnaware would say, tabernacle. Le. Je veux manger un gâteau au chocolat, s'il vous plaît. No, not escape. Not escape. F1. F1. Why am I not focusing? Why did I not mark these guys? Okay, none of those are short-range deviants, so we can go grab the next cache. I've had the pleasure of having 2 goddamn Triglavian rooms in a row. Son of a bitch. But yeah. Anchoring. Anchoring. Don't worry, my Canadian friends taught me much, much more terrible French. It's alright. $182 million. Ooh, perfect. I brought that up. Reloading, reloading, reloading. That sounds about right. Okay, so we currently have 8.5 minutes left. Everyone's reloading. Almost reloaded now. 8.5. So I should have 7:40 left for the last one, which is up a minute. No, probably 8. Yeah, I'll have at least 8 left, so I'll be up in a minute 20, despite having 2 terrible, terrible triglazing rooms. This is another reason why I don't recommend getting the side caches in frigates, is because if I wasted any time there, I would be in trouble now. However, this is a Vila one, and those towers are not in terrible spots, and we got yeeted in, which we're fine with. And we're going to go 1, 2, 3. This guy is going to shoot these, but I'm going to put my DPS on those other guys. Apparently I'm shooting 2 first, just so I'm aware. 2, 1, 3. Sounds about right. And this room should not be a problem. Belle's going to be happy because she's stealing this gaming chair for her office. She's working on a course this year. So I get a new gaming chair. I should have gone and put it on a payment plan. I did not, but that'll be alright. On the plus side, I don't have to worry about paying payment plan premiums. Not that they would have been too bad, because I can get decent rates for shit like that, but I don't actually owe a ton of money. But I kind of like also not owing a ton of money, so... I know, right? And I'm going to have to press my friend Nexus for some of my emotes. I haven't actually played with my emotes lately. I should probably do that. That guy, nope, that guy, and that guy. Okay, so the last of those is dying. This guy's going to get the bottom 3 going up that way. You're going to get the anchoring and 2 of those going that way. After the tangling, no, after the harrowing is dead. So this guy's being shot by my DPS. Once he's dead, I'm going to grab this. And then I'm just going to probably... Where's the gate? Gate looks clear, so we'll probably go sit on that. Close enough. And, well, he's dead now, so good enough. All right. Yeah, we've had these chairs for a while. Orbit that at that. 120 mil there. It's not bad. 370 probably-ish. So the only thing is, I haven't actually checked to see if I got any capital ones, but the capital ones have gone down in value. So we'll see if it's worth anything when I do get out of here. It would be... Okay, let's do that first. And check this character and go assets. 10... No, let's just search 4 zeros. Nope, they're all decayed. We're good. So sometimes the gravid and unstable can sneak in a little bit, and it's you don't notice unless they have an estimated value, but not enough of them sell on the market that they necessarily have an estimated value. Oh, hey, Whitey. Oh, how you do? Did your link not work, guys? Oh no, two of them. Wait, one of them might be okay. I'm not betting on it, but one of them. Let's see here. Over here, close that. Oh, viewers and viewers. Nope, you two got botted. You guys got smacked out of that. Good job. Nice try. Thanks for coming out. Peace out, bro. Bye-bye, bots. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. I know, right? Reload. Time on that was 16:45. (16 minutes 45 seconds). 8. I mean, so I see a fair number of people that don't block links, and I don't understand why. Blocking links is the easiest way to deal with those, and you just don't even see them. And all they do is come in and drop that. I'm multi-boxing all 3 characters. I need some cat boosters. Let's grab 5 of those, and let's double check that these guys are all right. 11, 13. Yeah, you guys are fine. Oh, it's very juicy profits. I mean, even if it wasn't triple boxing, like you would still make about $350 a person. No, more than that. Probably closer to 500 person before the cost of filaments, if you were doing this with friends too. That is quite a few. Oh wait, no, we don't care. Okay, let's go this way. 1 starving, 3 tangling. Let's kill that starving first then. And then we're going to go for these harrowing. Let's make this a spicy one. I did not look at that, and that does not look encouraging. Nah, 10 minutes is good. Never mind, I take it back. Harrowing. We now have no tanglings to worry about. If this is a 70, we're good. Ah, damn it. I mean, we're still good, but I would have preferred a 70, obviously. I want them to have less range. Alright, approach the nub, not orbit. So what I'm about to do is generally not recommended for anything unless you're in tier 6 and you really want to play live a little on the dangerous side. But this is a valid tactic for speeding up your run if you have a bunch of Damaviks, which I have a fair number of Damaviks in this thing. We're going to slow down there. Our own ships bumped us out a little bit more, but that's about where I want to be. Popped my ADC, and I overheated a little bit there. Would help if more people were shooting that guy. I might have to go back out. Uh, 41, we should be stable here now. Okay, ghosting and anchoring for you. Keep in mind, I have not shot any of these Damaviks yet. So here's the barrier, okay? They split, but the Damaviks don't actually do any damage that I care about. It's the unstable depths that are doing all of the damage at this point. You can it would tell you if they were doing damage, but they're coming into range to try to do damage, but then they're going out because they're not doing any. Regrouping, and we're going to head to the biocache, and now we just have to finish up. There are 2 Damaviks left, so I don't have enough remote reps that it matters. And then we're killing the Tessellas. The Tessellas don't bounce out much, so you will need to kill them, but they have no EHP, so it doesn't really matter. Now, a lot of people fear that you only really need to do this in Tier 6. You should have the DPS for Tier 5 no issue anyway, otherwise you need more skills, and you shouldn't be in Tier 5. But this is a move that you don't need to do in anything other than Tier 6 with a bunch of frigates. 144 million. And don't be afraid to overheat if you need to overheat. Yeah, so the way most of the Abyss works is they will focus your tank when you first move. So this guy goes in first. He is an ADC. He's my tank. And various groups do different things for how they do things. Okay, so this is starving, tangling, a multi-body tracking, which we would rather stay away from. And we'll go fly into this space up here. Tangling, regroup. And then we'll kill the starving and the harrowing after. Not that damn striking. Nobody cares about the striking. And the way aggro works is strange on things. But you can use how the weird aggro mechanics to your advantage. So, for example, the drone BCs, the Tesserras that hit like a truck, but they hit like a truck from far away. When you first move into a room, they will all aggro onto the one person, and only one will switch off unless you get super, super close to them, or unless you kick drones out. They love killing drones. But that means that your other guys, if you need to be in closer range, you can have your main guy fly away, which is my tank, and never be near them. But my other 2 can just indiscriminately go in and murder them all. Which is how I do it with my Nurgles now. If you're really, really ballsy, you can send a drone on the Nurgles out to like an extraction cache, and you can just sit that drone on a wreck and have it shoot the wreck. And they will chase that drone across the abyss. And you can like drop cargo containers around and have it bounce between those. And then you can have all 3 of your guys DPS. But the problem I find with that is that it's a lot to keep track of, so I don't like to do it. Kiki Morris, they do the same kind of thing where they tend to not switch targets too much, but they have a bigger range. So I can't... Well, I could probably do that with them. I would actually try it, I'm not going to lie. But I usually brawl those guys, but they focus my tank, so my tank is overheating everything and getting extra reps on the Nurgles. And same thing. Same as when you're fighting them. This is the only guy, my tank, who needs to overheat to get away from them. Because they're not really going to do a whole lot to my other two characters. The tank is the only one who ever has to take the bulk of things. Now, there are some exceptions. Well, actually, it's not even an exception. The Angels also tend to split DPS fairly evenly. The problem is sometimes their DPS is just way too much. Alright, so we will end up in a pretty good situation. We should run out of those boosters by the time we finish this room. And we still have another room to go. But that means that if I need to pop boosters, I can do it in that safety period when I'm cruising towards the next group, and you can always stop as well. Yeah, not a problem. Should work fine. If you ever have any questions, Discord's the easiest spot to get in touch with me. Even when I went on my hiatus for a bit, I was still around my Discord a lot. Email, not so much. I slacked off on that a lot. But, I mean, when you're being a filthy casual and you just moved, again, sometimes you need a break. It's alright. And you know what? Sometimes people just need breaks from Eve, too. I don't think I've known anyone who has ever, like, straight through played Eve and done it really hard a lot of the time. 1, 1, and 1. Let's mark up these anchoring. Approach that. Shoot that. For 2 Triglavian rooms, I'm doing pretty good on time. Okay, let's grab you. 141 million. Approach that. Okay, so I need to leave this open. Over here, and you. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Shoot. Shoot. Could be reloading soon. And leave that open. Again, so that I can pop my cat boosters if I need to. Jack Red, how you doing, buddy? I mean, that and sometimes other games come out and I want to play those too. New Diablo season, so I can get my money's worth out of Diablo, whatnot. Jack, I'm doing really well. My cough is thankfully going the frick away. And I'm getting my ass back into streaming. I know, I'm getting over a cold. The Bravest Toast, welcome back. So we're going to go into the next room. Currently I do not have boosters on. Depending on the composition, I may pop boosters. We are up 2 minutes, which is lots of time. But this one's clearly taking a little more than that hour mark. 8.5 minutes left. I know, right? I need to find my lighting. Frigates, I should not need. Definitely don't need any boosters for the frigates. We're alright. And I don't say that because they're frigates. I say that because they're strike lance and that they have a whole bunch of support, which means they don't have a lot of DPS. Oh, and there's medium deviant. Coffee, water. I'll save the halls for when I get back. Yeah, I'm still getting back into the swing of things. I just got a new gaming chair show up like 10 minutes ago. So I'll be putting that together this afternoon and giving Belle this chair for her office. Currently she has like one of those shitty little fold-up chairs in it. But she's going to be working on a course, so I want to put a nicer chair than that in there. Even though these are 7-year-old chairs, they are still better than like a $300 chair in other spots. So it's definitely well worth doing. And shoot that guy, and that guy, and that guy, and open this. I'm going to try... Oh, what? Right, bastard. Stack that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Thankfully, my other one's mostly made up for it. 323 million. And yeah, that's about right. There we go. Like, where's my cursor? Okay, and let's approach the origin conduit here. Even if that deviant did end up being in range, I would just go hug it and let these guys die. But I'm not going to fly out of my way for that short range deviant with this already dead. Okay, so this room only took about 3 minutes, so this is about an hour, 3 minutes for the 4 sites, which is not bad. Now they're just taking like 1 shot each to die. So technically each of these sites costs, each of these rooms costs 30 million. 3 rooms, 3 filaments for the 3 rooms, right? So this room paid 10 million ISK and cost me 30 to do. Like 10 million profit. But that's also not counting my boosters or whatnot. Okay, I think that was, we'll say 15 minutes. And let's approach here. Reload, reload, reload. You two can dock up. Dock. Dock. Open fleet hangar. See, you were being nice and opening a second window earlier. Did I chirp you too much? I am so sorry. Please open second window again. Dock there. Stack that. 1450 in 1 hour and 3 minutes. Yeah, we'll say 4 minutes. 2 hour total is, oh, that's 2916. Going into the 9th. Did I tell you to dock up? Because I should have. I did not. There we go. We are going to run an hourly. I'm going to go upstairs and hug my chair that's currently in a box. And I will be back in just a moment. You guys enjoy this and get in for 50 million ISK. It is open. There's a 5-minute timer that doesn't automatically close it, so I'll close it when I get back. I'm going to go for a quick washroom break, and I shall be right back. See you in a minute. Aha, I've returned. Alright. Oddly enough, I think I could have actually fit that box in my car. Jithrin, how's it going? Hashtag hourly, get in on that draw. There's a 50 million-ish draw going. It still has 2 minutes left on it. I still have to sort out these guys, so you need to drop off your stuff. You stay. This stuff goes. You have enough for the next hour. You are fine. Oh my god, it's a lot of ISK. Yeah, let's go there. Hey, Hunter, how's it going, buddy? Drag that there. DPS, fit, close. Drag that there. Tank, fit, close. Drag that there. Fleet, DPS, fit, close. Stack, stack, stack. And that's how I'm getting my ships ready now. As opposed to being like drag over booster, drag over missiles, drag over cap boosters. It's like, it's going pretty good. Banning people from selling their pilots on eBay. What? Hunter, I'm not usually on this early. I am also on vacation. Not you. Not you. Abort. Abort. Okay. Kata. I need 3 Kata Darks. No, not 311. Alright. And this guy can undock as well. And once I see all of them out, I can start warping. 2, 3. This is going to be the last hour for today. That's open, that's open. Not concerned about you. That's open, we're good there. Let's go check this. This is done. Announce it's done. Draw the winner, announce the winner. Machinista! Congratulations. Let's go over here, see if I can beat him to it. Oh, Machinista's Machinista. That makes things super easy. Still has the one in there? Oh, it does not have the one in there. Look at that. Do have to copy that. Copy minus the quotation. Auto link character. There's a few of them. Give you 50. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There you go. Rigged. That guy, that guy, that guy. Oh, you can... Interesting. See, I wasn't sure what you meant, but I didn't realize that people were actually selling Eve characters on eBay. I probably shouldn't be surprised. I also wouldn't be surprised if a bunch of them are like hacked accounts either. Okay, so I can hit activate on that first, that's fine. Turret optimal range, oh no! Shield boost is perfect. Shield, oh, so this is, well, technically not perfect because I have a minus turret optimal range. It is perfect because that doesn't affect me. Also, I did not get Machinista in the first room. Tangling, blinding, none of that shenanigans. Let's do this at 5,000. And I went in really close because of that, because of these blindings. 2, 2, and 2. There is a renewing in here. So I'm killing the ones with less armor, because if they have less armor, then they die faster, and then there's less reps happen. 3. So even though I really want to kill that blinding, I'm going to kill this striking first, and then I'll kill that blinding. I mean, I keep hearing weird shit that I don't expect to be a thing, but apparently they're things. Like selling pilots on eBay. Like, what? People still use eBay? Hopefully not with some method that guarantees that they're going to get their shit. $125. I mean, I'm not surprised. I'm just surprised. Like, I never expected to actually be a thing. Oh, I didn't realize I'm in range of a medium range deviant, so these guys have been taking... No, I guess they have not been taking much damage. Never mind. Shoulder RSI. Look, there's too many acronyms in my brain. I can't remember anymore. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised about that. What the shit is... Okay, I'm flying away, first of all. That tower doesn't matter. We have to kill that arrestor first. So, for this room, the frigates track you much better than everything else. If you fly away, you will take less damage at the start. If you fly towards them, you will take more damage at the start. I could explain missile mechanics, but flying into missiles is generally not considered a great idea. For a couple different reasons. Let's go orbit. Oh, this guy's closer. That guy at 1,000. Let's make that not 1,000. Let's make that at 5,000. You're getting neuted. I have to watch you. Okay, he neuted you, but you still had some cap left. We're going to shoot Thunderchild 1 while Thunderchild 2 gets shot. Newt is dead. All of my guys have cap. Thunderchild 2 will be the next target. Hoping to see some more chain bolts on too, but apparently that just didn't happen. Let's go 1, 2, 3 for these guys. Did I see another Marshal spawn earlier today? I'm not sure. Yeah, I know, right? They just go around forever. I mean, if there's only one platform, I guess that's the one you're going to have to use. Like, some of the newer rooms, the Marshals and the Devoted and that, they still seem to be the rarer spawns of things, which I'm thankful for, because goddamn it, angels. But you still see them fairly often. $115. Nobody loves you, Speed Cloud. Let's go back and orbit this. Even though I should be able to hit the Stormbringers fairly decently, I don't want to hang around a Speed Cloud if I don't have to. And if I don't have to reload, it's a reasonable amount of time. Actually, yeah, so there's 2 rooms, and I still have almost 12 and a half minutes left. So even if the next one does take a full 7 minutes, I'm still going to have 5 minutes left at the end of the thing. And there's only a few rooms that can possibly take that long for me. Usually heavy Damavik, Dracovic, and that other one. Endobenthic. These guys are not armor tanked, he's going to just pop. Which is why I'm sitting on the 8. Devoted. Sweet, I love these guys. Lookout, Snow Heralds. Let's go this way. That guy isn't even going to try to target yet because the lookouts are dampeners. And then we're going to fly away a bit. We're going to mark up these guys, and then we'll see if we can start shooting. That's medium range deviant, so I don't have to worry about that too much. And some of these lookouts are already dead. Oh, regroup, regroup. Okay, they have not switched targets yet, so I should be okay. Let's meet up with my guys over here. Okay, we're going to start on Knights. This guy's going to kill off the Smith that he's shooting because he's being neuted by 2 of them. And we should be far enough away from those guys that there's no real issues. I actually have to get back into range a little bit. Let's go this way. And now everyone is shooting knights. And after the knights, there's only going to be 3 frigates left, and we'll be good. It's going to be a nice, quick room for my first one. Or, filament for my first one. Okay, grab that. 148. Damn it. Damn it. Far away are they? 30? Okay, we're fine. 17. Three, and 3. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3. Oh, damn it. So that's 240. 147 mil equals 387 mil in however long it took. Itchy nose. Then we have 3 frigates left, so when this guy hits armor, actually he's far enough away. I'm going to go for this now. We'll start heading towards that. We'll split up who's shooting which. You apparently ran out of cap at some point. 1, 2, and 3. And this is going to be a 13-minute site. Activate. Activate time is 13 minutes. Perfect. All right. Off we go to the next one. Number 10 of the day. So if you watched my stream yesterday, I messed up. I don't even know how. I must have just been real goddamn tired. But I had like 8 billion in loot. And I said I had like 5 billion profit, even though I did the math, and I only spent like 2 billion on filaments. And I'm like, what the hell did I, like, how did I mess that up? But either way, it works out that, no, I made quite a bit, so we're doing good. Of course, anytime I live more than 4 hours, it has been worth it to run tier 6 instead of tier 5. And currently I am 9, 10, 11. This is the 12th hour that I've been running this fleet, and I've had 1 hawk die. And needless to say, 1 hawk isn't going to be the make it or break it of that, so. Okay, you guys go for those upholders. Allied. You go for 3 and A, so unlock that, and unlock that. There we go. There's a short-range deviant over here. We're going to stay away from that, so we're going to go over this blue cloud, I guess. Not my favorite place to go, but that's alright. This is the max difficulty on Abyssals, yes. Well, This is the max tier on Abyssals. I would not say max difficulty. Darks are easier to do than some of the other ones. For example, I don't think anyone really runs tier 6 Firestorms. Maybe Gustav does, but I think he might be the only one. Although, again, I definitely need some of the... I know, right? I definitely need to work some on the Retributions, because the number of boosters I see Retributions get for event boosters is crazy. So if you could get good at running Retributions, and then they come out with event boosters that give like plus 10 to laser damage, you're just laughing. You're like, oh, okay, so I could do tier 5s anyway, and now I can do tier 5s 10% faster, which means everything. 82 million. I thought, man, Gustav was running tier 6. Why is he doing tier 5s? Not necessarily the best. So, Abyssals are a fickle thing. So, Firestorms are nice because Firestorm filaments are stinking cheap. If we go look at Cataclysmic Darks, which is what I'm running, Cataclysmic, there we go. These things are 32 a pop, which means it costs me 96 million to come in here once. One set of these rooms is 100 million-esque. Not quite, but, you know, kind of getting close to it. Where if you don't mind dropping down a tier, but it's a harder tier, but it drops pretty good loot. Not Dire Storm, close, but not quite. Chaotic Firestorms are less than 2 million apiece. So instead of paying, and actually to compare Chaotics, Firestorms are 2 million, Gammas are 15, Exotics are 21, Electricals are 21, and Chaotics are 13. So they are 90% cheaper than your average filament, because not a lot of people like running them. On top of that, if you look at a lot of the unstable things here, nope, 100 MN. No, that's going to be a bad example. 40. I think it's the 10 MN one is worth a bit. 32. 50 MN. 38. So, but if you look at the large plate, nope. Unstable large. If you look at the large armor plate, it's 230, and the large shield booster isn't worth anything. But the plate is worth 230 million if you get that going. Hey, Rogue, how's it going? So it also constantly has one of the most expensive mutaplasmas that drops. Oh, this is freaking terrifying. Look at this bullshit. Do I? Yes, I do. Oh my god. Thank you so much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Cynables. Hashtag YOLO.
Hello, adventurer.
Thank you for the follow. I can't look.
Hello, adventurer. Thank you.
Working at yeeting my ass out of here. Eat it, angels. Am I alive? No. Why would I do that? You know what? That's through a blue cloud to that. I'm going to call that acceptable. Cynable, cynable, cynable. Elite cynable, rather. Eight Cynables. Suck it. Needless to say, that this room, where is this and this? Okay. This room is largely death. If that speed cloud had not been there, I would have died. And generally, you at that point in time, you almost need to just fly out of the abyss and die. Was a terrible, terrible room. And if that speed cloud was not there, I would have had zero expectations of living. However, that speed cloud was there, and I lived. That is going to get its ass clipped, I promise you. 131 million. Approach that. Approach that. Approach that. I'm surprised all of my guys are alive. I mean, if I started that in a blue cloud, I may as well put my head between my ass and kissed it goodbye. Like, there's no goddamn way. The fact that I ended up near a speed cloud instead was just... Oh. That could have very easily gone the wrong way. Very easily. And this is a pretty easy room. What's this? Short? Of course you are. This one. What's this? Medium. Okay, we're fine with medium. Let's go that way. Dissipators. I'm fine with that confuser. Those don't have those. So dissipators there. You're going to grab some dissipators as well, and entanglers, and then that will end up taking care of all the newts. Like, there's no way I'm going to be able to get away with not clipping that later. That was ridiculous. Oh, is anyone playing Satisfactory out of curiosity? I could play I know, right? Look at how many times I've been on as here. What the shit's going on there? And if you just came in as here, you just missed the most epic Angel Room that ever frickin' happened. It was 6 Cynables and 2 Elite Cynables. And I'm alive. I'm alive! There's the speed cloud. I mean, it's literally the only way you're going to survive that. So they just updated Satisfactory to 1.0, and it looks super cool. I was watching someone play it the other day. Ooh. What? I mean, are you running... Now, you don't have to answer, but are you running crystals? Because that's the only way I would do tier 6. I mean, you say that, Anasir, but at the same time, had I died, due to the bad luck of having a stupid Angel Room, it would have been okay at this point, because I'm sitting on... This is hour 11 without me dying in tier 6s? 10, actually. Yeah, mid-grade crystals will make the difference on that. The problem is, if you get too many Cynables, like the last room there, crystals probably aren't going to save you, just because of the fact that you're going to run out of cap. Is a mid-grade crystal set still 500 million? Because it's really not that bad. See, I'm the opposite Santa. I have not explored anywhere near the entire world, and I've hit gas. But then again, I've focused a lot on things. But with the 1.0 update, they've added a lot of stuff, and the sloops and mercer spheres finally do something. I don't know what it is, but apparently they do something cool. Drugs are bad, okay? No, I'm teasing. Okay, so let's shoot that. God damn it, Ruru. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, man. I still miraculously have my brother. Very lucky on that. So he's on blood thinners and occasionally goes into the hospital with sinus bleeds. But he went in for another one, but that means he's also fine because he comes back out of the hospital. So, but he's been fighting cancer for years now, and it's something that is going to eventually get him. I mentioned that many times in this stream. I get to mention many more because he's still around. All right, let's stack this. 297. Let's go back over here. There we go. And however long that's going to be. And I'm a little bit further away now by choice, but I also got a promotion and some more money out of it, and you can kind of help people with money. So, and also, more importantly, my rent decreased significantly. And we all know that rent is goddamn expensive these days, so that's not a bad thing. And also, I'm a terrible, terrible, fantastic person. So, my brother has had blood clots in his lungs, and that's permanently slowed him down. Like, he's a 6'4" monster that can maybe, if he's lucky, carry a box from the car to the house, because those blood clots have just taken away almost all of his energy. However, so that means he can't work. He's on disability for good reason. So I made a mistake at my last spot, where I thought I was getting an insane deal on some magic cards. Turns out it was just a good deal on some magic cards. But then I realized, and it was a random side effect. I gave them to my brother to sell in his area, and I realized that he likes meeting up with people and selling them some cards and giving them a decent deal on it, and I give him some kickbacks on it. Now, I give him more kickbacks than what I probably should. However, because I'm saving enough on rent here, I can afford those kickbacks, and this gets I lose a little bit of money, but he gets a reasonable amount of money, and it gives him something to do. So, I mean, well, he's not carrying big boxes, though. He's carrying little boxes of sealed product. So, it's okay. I definitely need cap boosters after that. But it gives him a way to make a couple bucks, to put a little bit more in his pocket, because I don't know of a country where disability pays enough to survive on everything. He's living with Mom, so he's not super worried about it. But Mom also isn't in the best of health, but it gives him something to do, and that he enjoys doing, and that is also helping me. He doesn't watch my stream, so I'm not super worried about it. But it also, it doesn't specifically help me, but I mean, I mostly just take a slush fund, buy some cards now, know that, I look around for deals, and if somebody's, selling a store's worth of cards or something like that, and I can pay a little bit less and I can pay cash, then I can get that to him, and then he can sell that for a little bit less and also cash, and it works out really well. But, yeah, so I'm willing to take a loss on those so that he has an activity that is essentially like a little mini job to have him entertained that he can do that won't affect him negatively, kind of thing. Did you shoot once and then stop shooting? What's with that? So you have to watch these rooms. These rooms can be somewhat problematic sometimes, not usually, but it just means be careful. If you get too close to a tracking tower and there's too many of them, is this minus 70? Yeah, it feels like a minus 70. If this was minus 50, I'd be taking a bit more damage and I'd have to be concerned about it, but I do not. You know what? Maybe that's something I'll do. I promise you it's not that high in Canada. But I mean, I think part of it is he's living with mom. I also don't, I haven't actually looked at exactly what he gets. I think he can get disability and welfare at the same time. Actually, he might get around that much. I'm not sure. But the average rent here is more than that too. So 196 million. Oh, god damn it. 15 minutes. That's fine there. Like, he's not... They're not having any real hardships. They're just also not, you know, they're not going to be millionaires either. So a little bit in his pocket and an activity to do is kind of nice. Actually, no, I think he is getting a welfare thing. And it's kind of funny because even though he's on disability, I think he can get a welfare thing to help my mom and to help cost of living costs because of her age, and she's also on disability. But they still also get something for a pension from Dad after he passed away. But it's definitely less than it was. Dad passed away a couple years ago now. My aunts lost their 3 brothers within 18 months of each other. Although I think one of them said 2 to cancer, and I don't think it was 2 to cancer. Because Dad did not die. Dad had cancer and beat cancer, and he didn't die to it. He died because he got old, and his body and mind just kind of gave up. He went senile, which is something that happens. Yeah, a little bit. I know, right? So much ISK. I did buy an AT ship to lose at some point in this year. I will not be directly going, hey, I'm flying this AT ship to lose it. Nope, people will come and I'll see if they're on the outside, and then I'll decide whether I stay on the outside or inside of that Abyssal and rob them of their chance to destroy. I probably won't rob them of their chance to destroy. I'm not gonna lie, it's not every day somebody gets to blow up one. I got a Jerry. Bonus to light missiles and drone stasis web, which can be really useful for a few things. And their hit points and their max velocity and reduction in signature radius. But the signature radius probably isn't going to be a thing. I thought you had shield on you too. Yes, shield and armor repair amounts. Approach transfer. But I think the best thing about the Jerry, I think it had extra slots for fitting things, which will help immensely. All right, none of these deviants are. God damn it! Nope, that's not tower. Okay, we're good. Let's go this way. 3, 2. Let's go for the 2. I'm pretty sure this is still minus 70 anyway, so we're gonna be fine. These guys have a hard time hitting in not minus 70. Okay, and we're going to curve up this way. Starving, 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 and harrowing will be after that. Shoot that guy, and that guy, and that guy. You know, I don't think I need that. So you don't always need to pop your cap boosters. This is a pretty good example of one here. I got enough cap back, and they're still nuding him out. But because there's 2 Vedmaks left, I can get cap in between newts. So I could turn all of my stuff back on. I haven't really taken any damage. This guy's now the one getting nuded. But you don't need to pop cap boosters just because you run out. Same as sometimes you need to pop cap boosters before you run out of cap. Alright, so all of my guys currently have cap. Let's go here. Let's set this up as a tank Jerry. So 4 slots. This guy has 5 and 2. So unfortunately I have to give 1 up for something. But man, look at those resists. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All of the newts are dead. So now we can just fly around and kill these guys and call it a day. That does not look like it's tracking, so it is that. Okay, let's go over to here. Tank. 3 light missile launchers, and 3 and 2, god damn it. Wow, that's a lot of space for drones. Ballistic control, EFFA. How would I do that? Okay, you guys are all shooting. Let's approach this and see what happens. I might get too close to something like that. Nope, should be good. Everybody's fine. I don't really expect anything different. I'll shoot the biocache in between. Okay, so. Need it. Need it. Shoot that, shoot that, shoot that. We're far enough away from all of those. Open that, shoot that. Need that, need that. 160. Okay. And 3 anchoring. Fine, shoot 3 anyway. See if I care. Alright. You know, I'm just going to throw the ballistic controls in here for the sake of it. And EM, I definitely don't need EM on that. Bay loading. Don't need kinetic. Okay, Scourge Fury. What? God damn. This thing's more DPS, missing 2 high slot weapons, than my current Tank Hawk. If I dropped one of these, it'd still be close. And it's cap stable. Later, Anasir, good to see you as well. I will see you later, buddy. And have yourself a wonderful day. And almost all these guys reloaded. Okay, what are the resists on this guy? 52. 86, so this guy's better. My current Hawk is better with thermal. 79 kinetic, nobody cares. 67, so about the same explosive. So if I up the explosive, this would probably have a lot better survivability than Hawks. Oh, I didn't check that yet either. God damn it. Alright, well, I'll worry about that later. This is the last room on this one. I've still got 8 minutes left. It is a Leshak Room that we're yeeting into. So many goddamn blinding Leshaks. We're going to orbit this at 5,000. Regroup. Starving. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4 on the blinding. The quicker you can start shooting your volleys at these guys and take them out, the less reps they get off. And the less newts they get off as well. I say as I miss, like, 2 volleys. God damn it. Oh, there's a tangling in here as well. Not actually concerned about the tangling because these guys are dying fast enough, but it is good to know, and the tangling usually has less structure, so he dies usually like a volley quicker. I hate the blinding because if they start getting out of range, you start having to fly into range, and that's just a pain in the ass. But you're shooting the wrong one, and that's okay. Tangling and blinding are dead. There we go. Thank you for not making a liar out of me too much. I mean, I went for the Jerry because it was affordable for an AT ship. What was the other one I liked? Finance, contracts, search. Minimum of 10,000, which is 10 billion. Not blueprint original, we want ships. Oh, I'm gonna get a whole bunch of those. Kanura, what's the Kanura? Lancer Dread, okay. Let's throw another 0 in here. Okay, not the extraction node, but we are going to go for that biocache. Which, yeah, you can shoot it. Grab that for 175 million. Which puts me at... not in danger of running out of time, so I was checking now. Ooh, that's a nice one. 530 million. In reload, activate gate, activate gate, activate gate. 15 minutes? 15, 20. Going into my 12th. Cambrian? I want to say Cambrian was what I was looking for. Okay, so Shapesh is assault frigate, armor repairer, hybrid, armor plate, mass penalty reduction. Not really what I'd be looking for. Jerry's are 130. Hydra looks cool. Super, super, super expensive, but I mean, obviously I like Nurgle, so I would love that thing. Close that. Bunch of multiple item things that are probably, yeah. That thing definitely has an avatar in it. Whiptail. That was a whiptail. %375% damage, like combat drone damage and hit points. Build the perfect interceptor. Air civilian Astro. Okay, so let's go approach there. I'm getting distracted. I'm okay with that. Happens sometimes. Should be based off. Actually, should be based off the Hawks. So let's go show info. Variations. Does not show up there. TMAT is the one that's like the Nurgle, yes. Actually, that's not the one that showed up. Not you. Hydra. Hydra? But the one that I'm thinking... What the hell's that? I don't know if I should do anything to that guy. eFrontier. Official trees, teaser. I mean, he's not posting any links. Ahmed, what are you talking about? It's a weird first post. Let's be honest. Ships. Nope. Frigates. Special edition. Advanced? No. Oh, they're all under special edition ships. Cambion. Cambion? And the beautiful thing about the Cambion is it's got 5 medium and 3 low. But yes, excessively expensive. But the Jerry was definitely worth doing. Damn it, here, make me do it. Ninazu. Capital remote armor boost, repair. And it is a Gallant carrier. Alright, getting distracted. I've got 1 more hour to go. Let's grab that. Throw that over there. Stack that. Activate for fleet. Let's fly. Starting off in a speed cloud, which is not fun. But it's a decent room, so that's alright. Well, actually, you know what? Starting off a speed cloud is real fun if you have angels. Dissipators, Entanglers, Fire Watchers. Gonna set this guy on the Fire Watchers as well. Then they'll help out with the Dissipators. Weird. I thought I saw like a tower effect, but apparently not. Polaris Enigma. Well, that's just that's Ninazu is the name of it, is it not? That's a Polaris ship, but that's actually a Polaris ship, not a Ninazu. Ninazu is an actual in-game ship. Eight power relays. Unanchoring drones. I want unanchoring drones. Don't go chasing avatars. Listen to the hurricanes that you like to die in. No. Got nothing. Alright, let's go for those guys. Doing fine there. Let's see where that... Ugh. There is so much cloud there. Fine, whatever. Dive, dive, dive. Let's see when we get the cloud is the real question. Why is there still a Fire Watcher alive? Oh, I'm actually past the cloud, so I can go to this now. I mean, I don't like being in the middle of this many goddamn clouds at all, but still. Clouds everywhere. Fire Watcher. Also Fire Watcher. Open cargo. 105 million. Okay, I'm actually fine with orange clouds, so those don't bother me. Alright, so while I'm thinking of it, and I'm in a pretty good spot, we're going to do the last hourly of the day. It is going to be for 100 million ISK. It is open. Hashtag hourly. Please get in on that draw. I'll be drawing that in about 10-ish minutes. Oh no, it's you have no control over the clouds. You cannot change them when you go into a room, and they're there. Like, they are very random. If you could bring gas cloud harvesters in to harvest the clouds, I would love that. That would be a cool effect, actually. I'm having trouble with this, but I could put a cloud harvester in and get some yeet cloud for myself. Oh man, if I could store yeet clouds and take them to angel rooms. Oh! You didn't go through. It's just an this is a really easy Lucid. There's one Lucid cruiser. No clouds this way, so let's go this way. My other guys went in first. I just had them stop for me. That guy's going to shoot fire watchers. This guy's going to shoot fire watchers. This guy's going to shoot the only cruiser in here, and then wardens. I mean, honestly, I would use them to drop them on the way to Contempo. Almost a whole 4 years. Look at that. How you doing, Simon? Simon, I made too much ask. I mean, Simon's not surprised. Don't worry about it. Shoot. You go this way. We'll be fine. I know, right? I'm good. I'm getting over my cold pretty quickly. I started streaming while I still had it because I did most of my streaming last year when I had a cough anyway, because that little cutie of mine went to school for her first year and, like a proper child, brought home every goddamn thing there is in the world. I'm aiming 3 to 4 streams a week. It might require adjustment. We will see. Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday. Monday, Wednesday, my wife is working. Belle is working on a course, and Friday is my normal F&M / board game night. So I'm either playing Commander with some people, with some of my friends, or I'm playing board games with some family. Which is a shame. When I used to stream on Fridays, I used to love streaming on Fridays, but I can't make it work. Hashtag hourly, get in on the hourly draw. Definitely is one of the hazards of parenthood. You're not wrong. Turning off this guy's AB so that these guys largely stay together. And we're just kind of coasting towards the biocache there. Apparently I was not heading anywhere near that biocache. All the webs are dead. No one's going to get particularly far away. We can clean up these guys. $100 million there. Simon, I wonder what you could give me that I would enjoy. Like what? It's a question. The problem is I'm doing well enough with my career that I actually have most of the things that I want. Like, oh, ships and skins. That's a really hard one. I'm a very simple man for ships and skins. Ships and skins. Faction Warfare Galente PvP ships. It would give me a reason to go to Faction Warfare space in Galente, sign up with them, and go and shoot people. Would be the best thing I could think of. Oh my clouds. Okay. They all look red, which I'm okay with. As long as there's not some yeet hiding in here, I'm fine. Take care of the frigates first. And as usual, there's 8 goddamn Tesseras and a bunch of frigates now. Snarecasters die first, then we can work on the rest of this stuff. You have to watch that goddamn blast grip. It likes to sneak up on you. Minus 70? 50, okay. Ooh. Hey, that doesn't mean that, yeah. Doesn't mean I can't come. Wait, can I shoot you with Escalante? Yes, yes I can. Okay, come on. You have been playing Eve long enough, Machinista, that you know that most people who shoot each other are really good friends. One of the people who has killed me the most in this game is one of my favorite people in this game. Never been in a corporation with him, never fought alongside him, only ever fought him. One of my favorite people in this game. Anything that would work in faction warfare. We know I like drone ships, but I mean, could be destroyers with a whole bunch of stuff. It could be... Oh, do you? Could be Tristans. It could be faction ships. It could be comets. Oh, comets. If you have one of Jobane's old comet fits, oh. Navy catalysts. Haven't even tried that one. Haven't tried the Navy ships yet. Navy destroyers, that is. I know, right? Those are... Ugh. Yeah, thanks for bringing that up. Me and Recon were just talking about those last night. Hey, wish they'd bring them back like they said they would a year ago. Like, what's the problem there, CCP? Oh, yeah, I'd imagine they would. Woo! Odo Dixie. Not reachable. I can't get there. Get there, Loki. Anyway. Open that. No, you were already shooting him. You were already shooting him. 106. Do not like all the clouds around there. See, you guys have clearly run that SOE arc far more than I have. Oh, I most certainly will. Uh-oh. I did not even notice that. You don't need half your armor or any of your shield, Loki. You're fine. I don't even know where to fly in here. God damn it. Alright, so... Oh, our boosters are out too. We are at the 15-minute mark right now. So probably 16 and a half with reloads, maybe. I don't think I'm going to get this guy dead before you guys have to reload. Maybe. 3 more missiles. Yeah, good. Sweet. I wasn't actually expecting that. Where is this, and where are you? Okay, so let's fly this way. Just have to watch that speed cloud. We do not want to be eating at the very end of this, but I just need to fly over him like that, and then approach the gate. He's shooting that guy. He's getting a little close. So if these guys hit like trucks to the point where sometimes you won't even notice that you're down to half armor, like I am, from it. Okay, there we go. Activate gate, activate gate, activate gate. And 16 minutes. Let's pop over to this guy, open fleet hangar. These two can dock up. Dock. Dock. Stack all that stuff. So if you have not already entered, please enter the draw. It is #hourly to get in on it. It's the last draw for this morning. I am heading out in just a couple minutes here. Let's drag this over here, and let's see what we got for the hour. Nope. There we go. 1494. So all of these times are slightly wrong. They're not actually fully accurate in the fact that I pull out all of my cataclysmic darks and those get rolled into more runs. So it's actually slightly higher than this, but only slightly, depending on the number of what you call it. So I get 1 hour, 5 minutes, sounds about right. 3 hour total of lots of ISK. Let's get you docking up, and you docking up. Back over to you. Where'd you go? Oh, I flew away. That's what happened. But we don't need that, so we're good. All right, so 1494 plus 2916 puts me at 4410. Minus filaments of 12 times 90, 1080. Is minus 4410, 3330 mil profit. Okay, that looks right. For some reason I screwed it up the other time. 2-day profit. So far, because I'll probably be back tonight. Planning on being back tonight. Plus 6,300. That does not work that way. 3330 plus 6,300. I had a negative number, so it brought it down. Nope. Ignore the Jerry, please. Almost 10 billion ISK in 2 days. Actually, kind of like a day and a half. So I don't include missiles or cap charges or boosters because I also don't include the blueprints that I get. So give me 1 sec, let this character dock up. I can throw some repairs in right quick. So I don't sweat the other littler stuff because I just consider the blueprints as covering the cost of those. So I don't track those and I don't track those. No roosters. You docking up or what? There you go. So let me go over to the very, very ugly... No, not me. Haha. This character here. And look, smaller screen. We're going to go here. So this is just this last run. Not a lot on that one. We got a few Vedmak. We got... probably... Is there a Kiki in here? Rodiva, Dracovic, whatnot. Keep that and in the dark. Throw that over here. But if we go over here and we go Velis, there's these guys which are worth a bit of ISK there. Hey, Menace, how's it going? Just about done for the day. #hourly to get in on my draw right quick if you want. And then there's also, obviously, what's that one called? Perun? We've got a Perun there. We've got, obviously, Kiki's. I think Kiki's is probably still one of the higher ones. Finding contracts. Price 4 million. I'd say 5 million in Jita. What are Drex at? Drex and Vedmax. Drex are low. Vedmax and Damavik usually were pretty low as well. What? Are Vedmax currently up in price? 7 million? Cool. Anyway, I consider those as being what covers the cost of ye old boosters and whatnot. Oh no! What'd the other guy look like? I mean, I shouldn't say that. That's terrible, but still. Alright, I am going to do that hourly draw. Let's close that up. Announce that it's closed. The winner of 100 million ISK and my last draw of the morning, because I might be back later, is Dragon Speed. Congratulations, Dragon Speed. Let's announce that. Archive that. Go over here. Oh, we fell off a swing. That'll do it. IGS Dragon Speed. Wait, how old is your kid? I've been talking to you a lot lately. Mine is getting close to 5. Copy that. Paste that. Auto-link character. Give you 100. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There you go. There's that. Oh, 2. Okay, yeah, he probably didn't get in a fist fight then. That context does make a difference. You're not wrong. Alright, I am going to go over to Twitch here. Good seeing you, buddy. I'm going to pop out on you, though, because I have things that I want to do today. And let's go EVE Online before this Dark and Darker stream starts yelling at me. We've got Pando, we've got Zeo, Swirty, Mind, New Mayor Twitch. Nope, that's not English. Zarkos, Crash Naps. I think I might send you over to Crash Naps. He's not talking a lot right now, though. Dilute. And then we're getting into other ones. Level 4 in Abyss, Portugal, though. Doesn't say it's not English. I'll send you over to Crash Naps. Raid, Crash Naps. You guys all have a wonderful day. I expect to be back tonight. No guarantees on that. I do have some things that I need to get done. Fly fun, loot ships. It's okay to loot ships. And hope your kid's lip gets better, which it goddamn better. Otherwise, there's bigger issues. And I will see you later. Again, I'm expecting to be back Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday nights. Sunday is a swing day, not a guarantee day. And I might mix up some streams a little bit and just be like, nobody joins me for my streams. But, I mean, you're never going to be a variety streamer if you don't variety stream. And I am passionate about all kinds of games, not just EVE, so that's also a thing. Yeah, I'm going to send you over. I will see you later. Fly fun, loot ships. If you ever need to get a hold of me, the easiest and best way is Discord. I check it entirely too much, because I talk to other people on there as well, which I actually have to go check that. And you guys have a wonderful day. I will see you later.